Okay. Am I live? I don't know. I can never tell if I'm live or not. If you can hear me. Okay. All right. It's saying live. How can we tell? Okay, this is second time we're going to try this. I'm going to see if I'm live and I can hear myself. So bear with me while I go to my Facebook. Just bear with me. If you come on, say hello and tell me. Oh, I have one person, so hopefully they can hear me. Praying. Facebook gods, please. Okay, let's go into my Facebook and see if I can hear myself. Okay. Yes. Am I on? Say hello. Yes. And tell me. Oh, huh? One person, so hopefully they can hear me. Okay. Praying. We got it. Facebook gods, please. Okay. Okay, we got it. Thank you, my daughter. Come here. My 12-year-old, she troubleshooted me. Thank you, Gracie. These kids are smarter with technology than we adults are, I feel like, or at least my kids are so smart with technology. Like, I was having a panic attack, and she's like, it's okay, Mom, it's okay. So she figured it out. So yay. All right, well, I hope everyone comes back. It's the screen still looks a little weird to me. Like, it looks like a little bit of a delay. So I don't know. We're just gonna roll with it. Unfortunately, this new Facebook is just the interface that we're working with is just not ideal. And I've had nothing but like different problems that have come up with it. So hopefully it is going to work and all will be well and it'll be fine. So, okay. When you come on, say hello. Let's try this again. This is round 2. Thank you for your patience, and I apologize if you were already here and I had to end that live. I was speaking and nobody could hear me. But my 12-year-old came to my rescue and she troubleshooted me out of that. So I'm so grateful for that. And we are here. What are we talking about? Inner fucking peace. Give me inner peace right now. I think this was a good test, right? A good test. Okay. So hello, I'm Andy DeLucia, and I'm coming here live from my Facebook personal page, which is such a big deal. I'm so excited. I've been excited about doing this masterclass all week, Inner Fucking Peace. So before I jump in, I have a few little housekeeping things that I want to go over with you. But first, please say hello. Let me know you are here and watching live with me. I'd love to say hello to you if we're friends. If you've never seen me live before, please say hi and tell me where you're watching from. I'd love to thank you for being here with me. And of course, again, I apologize for the inconvenience and having to pop off and on. But I'm hoping, let me see what we got here. Yay, Christine. Hey, girl. I can hear you. Thank God. Thank God. All right, if anybody else could just tell me they could hear me. Now I'm going to have PTSD. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? All right, cool. So before we jump into the meat of this Inner Fucking Peace masterclass, I just want to state for the record that I am not a licensed therapist, nor do I play one on TV. I'm a mindset and trauma-informed coach and healer. I help women break lineage cycles of pain and trauma and come home to wholeness, because that's really what's super important, right? It's coming home to ourselves, coming home to that wholeness again. Because a lot of times what I hear when I work with my clients is like, I've lost myself. I've lost pieces of myself. I don't know how to find myself in my relationships, in my business, in my life. So my goal is to get you to a place where you come home to you, where you know who you are in the core, right? So we're going to get into all that. And if you are curious about me and want to learn more about me and what I do, my Facebook group, Overcoming the Wounds of Trauma, that's where I hang out. That's where I am most of the time. I have an amazing group of women in there, and we do free coaching Friday, and we get in there and we have fun, and I'm in there live quite a bit. Not so much this week because I was preparing for this big masterclass, because I really wanted to bring the energy to you. I wanted you to feel this. I wanted you to walk away being like, holy shit, like I have so much to take away from this, and I'm going to go apply this in my own life. So I'm really excited to be here. So another piece of housekeeping before we jump into all that is I sometimes use choice language. Obviously the title is Inner Fucking Peace. So I do that sometimes, especially when I'm very passionate about something, which is what the work that I do I'm super passionate about, as if you probably can tell. So it just comes out. So if you have little ones around, like I have 4 kids and they're like in another room, but they're not surprised. Like it wouldn't shock them to hear it from me. But you may have small children and I want to respect your space. So please just maybe put some earbuds on or something like that, because I can't censor everything that I say on this live. And if you can't do that, then please come back and watch the replay when your little ones aren't around. Okay, cool. All right, so I have some notes that I'll be checking with because I love to talk. I could be here for hours and I want to be mindful of your time and my own time because I do have kids home with me. And I want to get to like the meat of this because this is a really great topic that I feel like I am going to crack wide open. And today is only part 1. There's 2 parts to this. So if you're excited about today, you get even more pumped for tomorrow because tomorrow is like when I lay it down, like when I bring all the fire to the how, okay? Because I'm a generator, I'm a specific manifester, I need the how, right? If you guys are like me and you're like, how do you do it? How do you figure it out? What's the answer? Give me the answer. I'm going to give you the answer. I'm not going to leave you hanging. So today I'm going to talk about where you are right now. I'm going to paint the picture for you today. And then tomorrow in my group, Overcoming the Wounds of Trauma, so you're going to have to join the group to get the next part of this. So if you're not in that now, I'm going to drop a link, so no worries about that. You just have to get into the group. And if you want to stay, cool. If you don't, that's okay too. If you just want this masterclass, you have a pass to get in there for the day and then come out if you want, okay? All right, so where am I? Oh, hold on a second. I'm getting some messages on my sidelines. Okay, hey Sonia, what's up, girl? All right, okay. Sorry about that. I just got distracted. Someone messaged me as I was speaking to you. All right, so last piece of housekeeping before we jump into the actual masterclass is this is my page. This is my home, right? So you're in my home. So if you don't resonate, if something is triggering, whatever it is, that's cool. No big deal. Just respect where you are. I hope you come here with an open heart and an open mind. Everything I'm doing today is because this idea came to me in the shower, guys. Like I was just like in the shower doing my thing and then I was like, inner fucking peace. Like I need to talk about this because right now where we are in this world, I see very little inner peace, right? We're in a pandemic. There's a lot of things going on and there's a lot of worry. There's a lot of anxiety. I'm a trauma coach. So I'm in this, right? I'm in this. And why I do this is because I'm like, how can I provide the most inner peace to people? How can I give them the keys to these things that they need to feel better, to be better, to do better, to experience better, right? I only want you to have better in your life. I don't want you to be stuck in victimhood. I don't want you to be stuck in your mistakes. I don't want you to be stuck in your past. So everything that I do is for the betterment of you, for me, for you, for all of us, okay? So that's why I'm here. So come here, be here with me, interact with me. I love interaction. Ask questions, comment, show me some love, whatever it is, just be respectful, okay? Love it. Bring the fire. You know it, girl. You know it. Okay, so let me check my notes and then we can dive right in. I'm sorry that my eyes have been so watery today. I think it's allergies. I've had to use a bunch of Visine. I think I've gone through a bottle of Visine today. All right. Here we go. Ready? Whew. So, who's excited for this? All right. Now, if you like this masterclass and you're feeling the vibe and you're like, yes, 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 please share it. If you think someone else can use this, please share it. There's a share button below. Share it. And your name will be entered to win a $25 Amazon gift card. So later on, I'm going to tally up all the shares. I'm going to tally up all the names that shared. I'm going to, from tomorrow too, and then at 5 o'clock tomorrow when I relaunch my group. So if you're in and you're new in the group tomorrow, we're going to celebrate the new group, the new vibe, the new banner, the new name, everything is tomorrow. So if you share this video or share the masterclass or share the group, if you're already in the group, you will be entered to win a $25 Amazon gift card. Okay, just want to throw that out there too. What else? What else do I want to tell you? Okay, now I have a question for you. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most, one being the least, how much is inner peace worth to you? And I'll just check over here. Hi, Danielle. What's up, girl? How much is inner peace worth to you? So in this masterclass, this first part, I am going to tell you what inner peace looks like for me, for you, and for us, okay? Now I'm going to give you a second to post in the comments, 1 through 10, how much is inner peace worth to you? And I'm going to circle back to this later, but I really, really want to know, what is this worth to you? What is this information? I mean, I'm giving you this information for free, right? But like, what is your own inner peace worth to you? I want to know that, okay? So inner peace for me, and I feel like for a lot of people, is of varying degrees of emotions. But I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. It's not necessarily emotions. It's not even a combination of emotions, right? So when you think of inner peace, you can be like, okay, am I happy? Okay, does that mean I have inner peace? I'm content. Does that mean I have inner peace? It doesn't. It doesn't. Even if you're sad, pissed off, angry, frustrated, it doesn't mean that you don't have inner peace. Okay, that I feel is the biggest fallacy around inner peace. Inner fucking peace is and always will be, in my book, just awareness. It is awareness. It has always been, awareness has always been the magic unicorn, guys. It has always been the magic unicorn that we have either avoided or displaced in our life. Okay, you have to go downstairs with your sister. Okay, I'm on live. Go ahead. Sorry, I have children home, so there may be some interruptions. That's real life for you, even though I warned them, don't interrupt me. Okay, so what was I? So inner peace is awareness. And for some of us, we take advantage of that awareness, right? Or we don't tap into it, or we don't let it marinate, and then we don't take it with us to the next place. We kind of just let the awareness go away, or we don't claim that awareness, okay? So I have shifted my clients' perspective and have healed them from complex trauma just from offering them new awareness about themselves and about their situations. And I know this to be true for me too. Just in something maybe my coach says, or it's an experience happens and I have a new awareness, whether I fail or whether I succeed, that's still awareness now that I can move forward with and I can use in my life. Does that make sense? I'm just going to check the comments real quick. Okay, it's everything. 10. It's definitely what I've been fighting for. Awesome. So you're right where you're supposed to be. Inner peace is priceless. 100%, Christine. Thank you for saying that. You're right. So, inner peace is so, so, so important, and that's why I'm here. Why I put an emphasis on the title, because it's powerful. It didn't do it justice just by saying inner peace. I had to pack it with a punch. Inner fucking peace. Like it's a kind of thing. It's like it has this power behind it, because when you can tap into inner peace, you have unlocked the keys to the kingdom, and your world could be falling apart. And I'm not kidding you guys. Like, I have lived this, so I know. I have clients that are living it now. So stay with me if you're not a believer yet. And I get it if you're not, because it's a lot to, think about and a lot to digest if you haven't already done the work, right? So stay with me. Why is inner peace important? Well, guys, we're in a pandemic right now, right? We're living in a very unpeaceful time. The world is in disarray. The people are in disarray. Our economy is shitting the bed. People are out of work. Our children are being homeschooled. I'm not going to make this about Corona because I'm done listening about Corona and talking about Corona, but there is some truth here. Like, we have had this opportunity right now to say, okay, we're in the shit right now, but what can we do about it, right? And I always try to find an avenue. Whenever there's something going around in my situation, in my life, I'm always trying to figure out, let me think about that. Like, why is that showing up? Like, how can I be better? How can I go forward with this new awareness? Like, that's me. That's how I think. I'm not saying you got to think like that, but it helps, right? It helps. So inner peace is important. And again, I want to hear from you. Why is inner peace important? And you can drop that in the comments. I'd love to know why you think it's important, because I want this to be interactive, okay? Here's my take on inner peace, guys. It's not emotion. It's not, I'm feeling happy, I'm feeling content, I'm feeling joyful, I'm feeling wonderful. That's not, to me, it's not. It's not even I'm feeling sad, I'm feeling angry, I'm feeling mad, I'm feeling whatever. It's not emotion. That is the misconception I feel. I'm talking about inner wisdom. What you know intuitively, what you have mastered in your life, like what you have experienced in your life, what you have said, holy shit, I made it on the other side of that. I am stronger now. Look what I have gone through. Look what I have accomplished. Look who I am right now. That is inner wisdom. You, my friends, have a level of inner fucking peace right now. You have a level of inner fucking peace right now. But here's the kicker. You may not be tapping into it. You may not be tapping into it. And I hope this masterclass invites you to explore inner fucking peace. It excites you. You want to tap into it. You want to find it. You want to bring it to the surface, and you want to live in inner peace. Inner peace is a choice. It's a choice because we choose what we focus on. Okay? So if inner peace is awareness and inner wisdom, if we are not aware of what we're focusing on, then we could be missing out on our inner peace. Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense. Hey, Carrie Lynn, what's up, girl? Thanks for being here. So if we don't know what to focus on, right? If we don't know, if we don't have that awareness, if we're not tapping into that, then we don't have that inner peace, or we do, but it's really down there. It's not to the surface. It's not touchable for us. It's not easy to access, right? And this masterclass, guys, my eyes are, this eye especially is so freaking watery from these allergies. I can't even tell you. Okay. Sorry. I digress. Let me just cry right now on this live for you. All right. Let's take COVID, for instance. And again, I'm not going to make this about COVID, so don't get your panties in a bunch. But let's take COVID, for instance. If you want to focus on all the negative, the sickness itself, the quarantining, the not being able to work, the money situation, the homeschooling your children, whatever negative piece that you've been focusing on, you are going to promote more negative feelings. And when you promote more negative feelings, you attract more negative feelings. And when you attract more negative feelings, you start calling in people that are negative. You start calling in negative conversations. You start calling in the drama. You start mirroring back the negativity in your own life. Right? And as a generator for me, I respond to my environment. So I have to use my discernment and be like, do I really want to respond to that? Even though, let's be real, we're human, right? Like, we're gonna respond to negative shit. Like, it's just part of the game. But how much are you focusing on the negative? Okay, and why I'm bringing this up. When we focus on the negative, you know what happens? I'm going to tell you what happens. Well, we feel like shit, number one, but something major shifts in our body. Something majorly happens in our body. We become unsafe. And for humans to feel unsafe, this is the most dangerous dynamic for a human to feel. And I'm not going to go into the nervous system because I'm a nervous system expert, and I talk about that and I teach that in my academy and with my clients, my one-to-one clients, because there's a lot of uncovering and unraveling in the nervous system that we can do to retrain our bodies to respond to things when we feel unsafe. But we're just going to talk about unsafety right now. Now I'm going to go a little bit deeper, and this is probably going to blow your fucking mind, okay? When we don't have that inner peace, when we can't access that inner peace, it's not because you don't necessarily have it. It's because you're choosing to focus on the negative, so you can't find it. So imagine, like, I don't know what's a good analogy, but like you drop your ring in the sand. It might be there. It is there. You just dropped it. But you're focusing on the negative. You're focusing on the panic that you lost it, that it's sand. You're like in sand. How are you going to find it? So your body starts going into fight or flight, and then you panic, and then you can't find what's right in front of you, right? So your inner peace is the same thing. If you're focusing on the negative, then you can't find your inner peace. So I'm going to help you uncover and find your diamond. I want you to find that inner peace again. I want you to bring it to the surface, right? So let me check the comments, see how you guys are doing. Okay, let me know how you're doing. If it's resonating, like give me, tell me how this is like, if you relate to this, like, I think I asked you a question earlier, but I don't remember what it was, something about inner peace, but we'll go back to that later. All right, never mind. Never mind. Okay, so another part about choosing what to focus on, this is probably the hardest thing, is because when we're choosing to focus on the negative, it's not necessarily that you're choosing to focus on the negative consciously. Okay, I'm going to say that again. Just because you're focusing on the negative doesn't mean you're always choosing consciously, in the moment, in the present, consciously, to focus on the negative. Most of the time, we, human beings, operate in the unconscious. So I call this unconscious choosing. We're unconsciously choosing what to focus on. Okay? Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense. So I'm going to break it down a little bit for you, give you a little bit of an example so we can kind of unravel this a little bit more for you. So I like to break it down in finite details because I'm a detailed person. And this is the way that I understand it. And this is the way I'm hoping that I can kind of bring it to the forefront so you understand it. So let's take something like stress, for example, because who doesn't experience stress? Now, say it's stress from being home with the kids. Let's just say you have children, you're home with them. And you can just take any example you want to, and you can do this, apply the same, like, what's the word? Like this, not activity, but this exercise. You can apply this exercise to anything you're feeling, So I'm going to take stress because I have 4 kids, and being home with 4 children in a pandemic and homeschooling is extremely stressful, okay? So here it is. The stress, or you pick whatever it is for you, that is surface level. We are always surface level. We don't walk around like talking about like these deeply rooted issues. We talk about like, I'm pissed off. That guy cut me off. That really pissed me off. Oh, I have to homeschool these kids. I'm so stressed out. I'm afraid of that. Whatever it is, right? It's all surface level shit that we complain about, that we focus on, okay? So just stay with me here. So here's your surface level. Your surface level is you're stressed because your kids are home and you have to homeschool them. So now I want to go a little bit deeper. And this is what I do with my clients because this is really what's going on. Okay, this is what's going on. So let's go a little bit deeper for shits and giggles, okay? And again, I do this with my clients, so this is not my first rodeo. And I know how this works, and it's going to be mind-blowing for you when you do this exercise. And you get in the habit of doing this exercise. So here's the surface level. And then underneath it is the underbelly, what I call the underbelly or the root. You can call it whatever the hell you want to call it, but it's the underbelly or the root. So if stress is the surface level, underneath the surface level is another layer of emotions that are there, that are subconsciously coming up to the surface that you're not really consciously thinking about because you're like, I'm just stressed out because I'm homeschooling the kids. Okay, So you're here, but underneath here is the root of the stress could be guilt. I feel bad for not wanting my kids home. This is a real thing, guys, okay? Then you go a layer deeper. The root, I feel inadequate. I'm not a good parent. I'm failing at this homeschooling thing. Is this making sense to you? This is what I call delayering the trigger, okay? It's very helpful when you're trying to heal any surface level problem at the root, okay? The more we delayer, the more awareness happens, the more awareness we have. So why is this important when trying to achieve inner peace? Well, because we think we are focusing on the surface level stuff, but we're not, guys. Our subconscious is focusing on the underbelly of that stress. The underbelly, it's triggering the guilt. It's triggering the sadness. It's triggering the inadequacy and blah, 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 right? Again, you can pick any example you want. We can even go deeper and deeper into this, right? It could be sadness. It could be, okay, why do I feel inadequate? What happened in my past that triggered me to feel inadequate? And it can go deeper and deeper and deeper. It literally goes into the root. And then once you clear up your root, your surface level problems either don't really exist as much, or you can control more of that emotion because you're now going, okay, this is this is this. I get this now. This is the awareness now. Now that I know this stuff, I can work with this. Does that make sense? Okay, so we're not going to do this all today because that's a whole other situation that I don't have time for. And I do that with my one-to-one clients, and I will be doing this in my new mastermind, She Thrives. Okay, I'm opening this up officially tomorrow for 5 amazing women. And we are going to be doing this work. We are going to be delayering this because the more that you delayer your root, the better off you'll be in the surface. Does that make sense? Just like going to the doctor. You know, they treat a lot of surface level problems, but really they have to treat the underlayer. They have to treat the underbelly for you to feel better. Okay? So I digress on that, but let me know if that resonates. I'm just going to take a sip of water and check my time. Okay, we're doing good time. Let me know how you guys are doing. I see 5 of you. Any questions so far? How are you feeling? My eye is so watery. Okay, let's go into the next part of this. So the point is the more that you delayer, the better off you'll be, right? But the rub is awareness equals truth. Awareness equals truth. And you, like most people, don't want to face the truth. The truth hurts sometimes, right? We don't want to dig up the root because we're like, ooh, what's under there? Like, I don't want to know what's under there. It's too scary to go back. It's too scary to feel those feelings, right? That goes back to the unsafety in our emotions. So if you're not safe in your body and you're not safe in your emotions, then you're not going to get to the truth of what it is. But the truth will set you free. The truth will unlock that inner peace. It really will. I know it definitely has for me. And another big part of achieving inner peace, and we will go into this more tomorrow as I really go deeply into it, is emotional intelligence. When that is low and you are wrapped up in high emotions, inner peace is not easily achieved, right? It's not easily achieved because you are in the state of fight or flight. You may even think, if the kids went back to school, I would not be stressed anymore. But the truth is, you're just creating a false sense of safety. And we do this a lot in our life. If I just have this one drink, I'll feel better. If I just go buy that bag, I'll feel better. If I meet the man, I'll feel better. If I get that job, I'll feel better, right? We're always creating false senses of safety in our life so we feel better in the moment or in other moments. It can last for a while, but it eventually isn't sustainable and it's going to wear off. And then again, you're just going to be triggered again. High emotions come up. Emotional intelligence is low. You're back to feeling the way that you were feeling. You're not dealing with your inner shit. And then boom, where's your inner fucking peace? It's nowhere to be found, right? It's nowhere to be found. So when you're carrying this root feeling, like that inadequacy, that guilt, whatever it is, wherever it's being triggered from, no matter when it's triggered or from what it's triggered, it's still, the fact of the matter is you still have that. It's not going away. Like they said, you can run from your problems, but you can't hide. You can run to another country, but you can't hide. You're taking yourself with you. You're taking your problems with you. Well, that's what it is. And another word for unsafe for humans is out of control. So when a human being feels unsafe, imagine yourself. When was the last time you felt unsafe in your body or in your emotions or just in your situation? You instantly feel like, I'm out of control. Like, I can't control this. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm freaking the fuck out. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And that's when we go into that fight or flight. Does that make sense? I'm just going to check the comments. 100% treat the root versus the symptom. Yes, 100%. 100%. Okay, so, but here's the piece I want you to understand today, especially. Your emotions are deciding when you are safe and when you are not. Like, you are not deciding it. You are not consciously deciding. Your emotions are deciding. Your subconscious is deciding for you because it's focusing on the root, right? When you think it's focusing on the surface level stuff, but it's really focusing on the root. So I'm trying to paint you a picture here. That's what I'm doing today. This is what you are experiencing now during this time, okay? And by the end of this 2-day masterclass, this is part 1 right here now, and tomorrow part 2 in my group, which is going to be amazing. I'm going to bring the how and the takeaways and more golden nuggets and all the things to it. I will also post a link to it tomorrow if you don't already have it, but that's really where you're going to start working through that stuff. You're going to start working through that stuff and you're going to start claiming that inner fucking peace. I'm going to show you how to tune into inner fucking peace and create safety in your life, right? Safety in your life and not having to rely on external circumstances, not having to rely on external safeties, because that's what we do, guys. We reach for external safety. Like I was saying, those examples. If I make more money, I'll feel safe. If I do this, I'll feel safe. If I do that, I'll feel safe. In other words, you're basically saying, like, in order to have this, I need to get this. And it doesn't work like that. You've got to find the inner peace first. You've got to claim that first. And then the rest of the stuff will fall right on your lap. Okay, right on your lap. Now, I want to say this before I go any further, okay? Guys, my eye is super fucking watery. It's like bananas. I go any further and I wrap this up. Nothing is wrong with you. Even if you see yourself in this example that I gave today, nothing is wrong with you at all. Nothing is wrong with your body. Nothing is wrong with you. You just don't have that awareness yet. You're just not equipped to handle whatever it is right now because maybe you haven't processed it properly. I know for me as a trauma survivor, and I obviously work with other trauma survivors, if you don't have the awareness, if you haven't processed the trauma properly, it's going to keep resurfacing. It's going to keep resurfacing. And each time it resurfaces, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So that's why it's really important for you to understand how you can claim this stuff, how you can claim inner peace, how you can unravel and de-layer yourself. Do this on your own so you can feel better. And today I don't really care about like your past. Like I'm not here coaching you today. Like I'm not here going through that. I want you to leave empowered, knowing how to create safety and untangle the surface level shit in your life so you can achieve inner fucking peace. Because when I was in that shower, I was like, This would be like hitting the fucking lottery. Like for people, if they knew. So going back to when I asked you, how much is inner peace worth to you? And Christine hit it on the head. Inner peace is priceless. You can't pay for inner peace. And everything that I teach you and stand for in my work is to help you now. It's not about your past. It's not about rewriting the past for you or to change the past. Like, none of us can do that, right? I'm not trying to change what you've gone through or trying to make or right your wrongs. Like, that's not what this is about. I honor you. I see you and I validate you in everything that you are, who you want to become in through this. Like, I honor you for that. Okay. So it's not about changing you or changing the past. I'm here to disrupt the staying stuck mentality. Okay, I'm here to disrupt that. I don't want you to be stuck in victimhood. I don't want you to be stuck in victim of your circumstances. Like when this COVID-19 ends, whenever that ends, there will be some people that are stuck in their triggers. They are stuck in their victimhood. They are stuck in their scarcity mindset. They are stuck in their fearful mentality, that they can't find their inner peace because it's been shattered, so they feel. So that's why I want you to know that you can control certain things. You can control what you focus upon, like what you're focusing on. Okay, does that make sense? All right, let me go to the comments and just check where we are. Can't wait to dive deeper tomorrow. Yes, I can't wait either. It's gonna be awesome. The how is tomorrow. Okay, the how is tomorrow. But let me know if this has been helpful, if it resonates with you. What was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. Oh, so when you feel safe and you feel good, that lasts, guys. Even in moments that are hard for you, even in moments when you are afraid, or even in moments when you don't know what's going to happen, or even in moments when you're triggered or you're feeling those feelings like we talked about, you'll still be able to access inner peace. And when you do, that's the game changer. That is the game changer. I know it definitely was for me. To be able to access power like a superpower and be like, I got this. I've got inner fucking peace. Like, it doesn't matter what's happening right now. I can still be in distress. I can still be in worry. I can still be in pain, but understand that I can delayer this in like that. That understand that I can feel this, but understand where the root is coming from like that. And then I have my inner peace. And then I tune right back into inner peace. Because here's the thing. I know that life is happening. I am not trying to pull sheet over your eyes. I'm not trying to be like, oh my God, unicorns and rainbows and everything's gonna be fantastic. No, absolutely not. I've lived my life as more of a pessimist, to be honest with you. I've always waited for the shoe to drop. I've always been like, that can't be, that's not good. Like, that can't happen. None of that good stuff is gonna happen for me. Like, I felt like I was literally cursed my whole entire life. So I get it. Like, I understand what like living in the shit really is. And I also understand that life is happening around us. But we have a choice in what we want to focus on. And I also know that when I stepped up to do this work and answer my call, I'm like, I want people to live fully expressed. Like, I don't want people to suppress because they're afraid. I don't want you to suppress because you're afraid. I don't want you to not get the awareness that you need because you're afraid of what's underneath in the root. I want you to have the awareness because the awareness will definitely set you free. And when you're living a fully expressed life, that comes with good and bad. That comes with good and bad. But it doesn't mean you have to feel all of the negative stuff or become so overtaken by the unsafe external environments, which our external environment, guys, if it's not Corona, it's something else. Our external environment is always unsafe because it's not predictable. We can't predict. We could have a tornado. It could take my house up. Like, it's not predictable. It's like the weather. I'm not going to sit there and try to control the weather. So why would I try to control my external environment all the time? But we do. But we do. We do it subconsciously every day, every minute, every second. Okay? And when we do that, we're never achieving the kind of inner wisdom, that inner knowing, that that ultimately is that inner fucking peace that you deserve to have. And that's why I was like, no, I don't want that. Like, I want people to access this. I want them to have this awareness, even if it's just awareness from this masterclass. That's more awareness than you had before, right? That's more than you had before. So take that into your life and start practicing that delayering thing and see if that helps you. You can still achieve inner fucking peace right now, even if we are in the shit. Even if you're in the shit in your life, there could be something going on. Maybe you're dealing with a health issue. Maybe it's financial. Maybe your children. Maybe it's a loss. Who knows? We're all dealing with stuff every single day. If you're living fully and embracing life and fully expressed in your life, then you are dealing with the good and the bad. I promise you that, okay? All right, before I wrap up, are there any questions? That's a good analogy. Can't control the weather or the external. Exactly. Hey, Lori, what's up, girl? Hi, Melissa. Hi, Melissa. Thank you for being here. Okay, so I'm going to wrap it up in a second. But I want to remind you that tomorrow we're going to go deeper into the how. And I'm going to give you the tools and the takeaways that are actionable. And you don't have to wait to implement them, guys. It's not something you're like, oh my God, I got to wait till next week to do this work. No, you're going to leave today and start delayering, I hope. And then tomorrow when I give you more actionable steps, you're going to be on it like that. Because this is stuff that you need to shift now in order to access that inner peace, in order to dig it up. It's kind of like if your flower isn't growing and you're like, I've watered it, what's going on? Like, it's getting sun, but it's still not growing. You need to dig up the root. You need to dig it up. You need to resoil. I'm not a gardener. I have no idea. But there's something that you need to do in the root. Maybe it's a bad root. Maybe it needs to come fully up. Maybe there's weeds around it. Maybe that's all your negative beliefs. Maybe that's all your trauma. Maybe that's all the shit underneath in the surface. Underneath in the root, bothering the root, irritating the root so it can't grow fully. So you got to dig all that up. And then you have to nurture it. Then you have to water it again. Then you have to give it sunlight. Then you have to, till it or whatever you have to do. Again, I'm not a gardener. But there are things that we have to do actionably, practically, that we have to do to get to this place, okay? All right, so this is just part one, okay? And I already given you a ton of golden nuggets. I really have. But tomorrow is going to be more takeaways, and you're going to get more awareness and those actionable steps that you can do right now, that you can implement right now. Also, you heard me mention a few times during this masterclass emotional intelligence, okay? Well, I have a mastermind coming out tomorrow, fully being launched, that I'm only inviting 5 women to, 5 amazing women to that want to live fully expressed, that want to live fully expressed, that want awareness, that massively, massively want to shift her energy from focusing on the negative, from focusing on the past and just focusing on the now and heightening that awareness. Because guys, awareness is the key. It is the keys to the kingdom. It was for me when I was healing, and I believe it is for everybody, but we're just all not at that place for that awareness, right? And I also believe that awareness comes in at different times in our life when we need it, but it's our job to take that awareness and say, okay, I got it now, and then move on with it. We sometimes forget we have it. So this mastermind is for the 5 women that want to build on their emotional intelligence, right? That are like, they want to change. You want to change the way that you view healing. You want to change the way that you view yourself. You want to build a bigger capacity for self-awareness. You want to self-express. You want to have the amazing relationships, the business, all the things, and thrive in all areas of your life. Well, that's what this mastermind for these women is about. And if that excites you, I have not officially launched it yet. That is tomorrow. But DM me and let's talk, because there's only 5 spots and it is going to be like next level amazing. I am going to bring so much energy, so much calibration. I'm going to bring my expertise, my awareness, which is worth millions, because I've been through a lot, and I have literally hung on to my awareness so I could be a teacher, and I could stand here today, and I could stand up next week and do this and do this and do this. God has called on me, I believe, to use this awareness. He gave me the awareness, and now I'm using the awareness, and it's going to better your life. You are going to thrive in all aspects of your life. Okay? So let me know how this is resonating with you guys. I love you for being here. 7 people. I'm so excited. Okay. My eye is still watering. It's like I'm crying, but I'm really not. It's just the allergies. Okay. So part 2 tomorrow in my group, Overcoming the Wounds of Trauma. If you are not in there, get in there. You should be in there anyways. That is a group for only women. So just letting you know, it's only women, but it is an amazing group of women in there. We do amazing stuff. We transform, we transcend trauma, we shift, we heal, we embody, we kick ass, okay? We kick ass. I'm in there all the time lifting them up, lifting you up, and I want to lift more of you up. So get in there, join that group, be a part of this revolutionary movement that I have going on, that I hope has this ripple effect, because I'm here for not just me, for you, but for us, for my kids, for my 12-year who's standing next to me. I'm here for her generation. So get in that group. Check out the second part of the masterclass, which you're not going to want to miss. If you liked this part and you were like, damn straight, I'm in tomorrow, get in there, share this. If you feel like somebody could use this, someone needs to tap into their inner peace and they don't know how, and they've lost themselves and they just lost their way, give them this as a gift. Give them this as a gift. And tell them, let them hear that they didn't lose anything, that it's there. We just have to dig up a little bit, dig up that root and uncover it and access it again. Okay? I'm going to just check the comments before I sign off. I love you all so much for being here. Awesome. Okay. Epic, Sonia. Thank you. I love it. Excavate. I love that word, Melissa. Thank you. Okay, guys. I'm going to get going. I did perfect timing. I was like under an hour, plus we get tech difficulty, so I get that. So tomorrow at 4 o'clock, I will see you for the second part. Thank you, everybody. I love you. Have a great day. Bye. And we are out.